Let's go,
Okay.
ladies. Beautiful background to Joanna. Joanna, you are more than welcome in these meetings because you have several topics to discuss, and of course, a serious topic to discuss. Of course, you lived abroad 2 years. You have lots of experience in English to share with us. Please share one of or two experience when you lived abroad, okay? Please, about English.
All right. That's a difficult question, but I'm just trying to think one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, about my experience, maybe learning English
Mm-hmm.
in a native English environment.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like something like is really helpful is to be patient. Is to be patient because at the beginning doesn't matter what level of English you have, no one is gonna understand you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So don't get frustrated because at the beginning, seriously, no one is gonna recognize the effort that you are making.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because for them it's like, okay, you don't sound like a native, so maybe you cannot communicate it. So at the beginning it's a little bit frustrated, but don't be afraid of trying and trying more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And another really beautiful thing that I recommend highly is, for example, when you are overseas, at the beginning it's good idea to make a group of friends that they don't speak your language, but they are not native. Just because you in the group you are gonna understand each other and you're gonna help each other. Yeah, for example, as us now, that there is no native, but we are very patient, we are trying to help others. So this kind of resource or this kind of example of environment is really good for us
Mm-hmm.
because we are gonna gain more confidence, we are gonna gain more understanding, and then just go outside and speak with a native. Yeah, I would say that as well, that helped me a lot. um, and another one is speak with kids, because when you speak with kids, they are gonna correct you, but in a lovely and sweet way, and they are learning. They are start speaking English as well. Yeah. So, for example, they say easy words, and you're gonna understand them more. And for example, when they are starting reading, is really helpful because you are going to understand why some words sounds like that. Yeah, for example, here in Spanish we only have one sounds for a, that it's a, that's all. We don't have more sounds, but for them in English, you know that the letter a has three sounds. Yeah, for example, when I was
Mm-hmm.
near one student, like a kid, when they start reading and I was listening them, I realized the different ways of the letter A. Yeah, so it's a good example. For example, it was a beautiful experience when I think that I learned English more from the kids than from the adults.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's really good way for me. It worked.
Great experience. Wow. Yeah, because talking with kids, you absorb more because they are talkative.
Yeah,
And maybe
yeah,
adults don't like to talk so much.
yeah, exactly. And they were so beautiful because, for example, they told me like, no, you are pronounced wrong, the
Mm-hmm,
good
mm-hmm,
pronunciation,
mm-hmm.
it's that one.
They are
And they said
humble.
repeat. Yeah, it's
They are humble.
just,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, so it's beautiful. Yeah.
Hmm. I have a thoughts, my friend. I always follow my guts. Okay. Um, Let me tell you, this is quite important. I prefer most of the times speaking to non-native speakers Portuguese. Okay. because we can't skip about the language. We are always forced to speak in English. Okay?
Yeah, but I like to ask
Sorry, I had a
something.
problem. I had a problem here.
Yeah.
Just a moment. I had a problem.
Okay.
Samo is coming. Guys, have you understand my opinion about this thought that I shared with you? Talking to know about your language, you are forced to speak in English because you can't skip to your language, you know. I could several people speaking in Portuguese, English. This doesn't exist, you know. You have to speak only English. Simo, are you ready to talk?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Just a minute.
You will say, Anita, you were saying, sorry?
Yeah, I would like to ask you, do you have any possibility to speak with a native?
I have.
No. Yeah.
I have. For me, you are asking.
Yeah.
I have.
It's a question.
I did that already. Yeah.
A lot or?
Not frequently, but I had this opportunity to speak with you. Because sometimes I think we start to think scared. Oh my God, am I able to speak in English with natives? You are, because you are fluent. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, Simon, can I call you Simon? Simon, let's put the name of Simon for you, okay, Simon? Because you have three names different. Okay, dude, this is your turn.
It's okay.
That's okay.
What is that?
When you go to
What is
speak,
the question?
please respond to this question for me. Do you prefer to speak in English with non-natives about your language, as me, or would you prefer with your own language?
No, I prefer to speak English with native speaker. Or,
No. I mean, no, I mean not this case. For example, non-natives, okay?
Yeah,
non-natives.
non-native. I like to speak English with like you, because if I speak with someone speak Arabic too, if I can't understand something in English, I will ask him in Arabic. So that's I don't want this. I don't want to speak Arabic.
Perfect.
So if I want to improve myself, I don't speak Arabic. So the best way is to speak with non-native Arabic.
Yeah, you're right.
No one speak Arabic. All speak Portuguese of Poland or Spain or something like that. That's my.
This is my approach too. This is my approach too. I was telling to them before you jump in. Yeah. What about you, Ina?
Yes.
Do you prefer non-natives about your language? It's much better. You have to confess, much better. For example,
I want to speak. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay, but let me tell you, this is not against my language. Okay. For example, I have in mind this. When I start to speak in English with Anita, we go far away, you know, because we are forced to speak in English. Because I don't understand nothing Polish, you know. This is a good tool, guys. This is a good tool, yeah. Am I right or no, Anita? Yeah. Tell them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Tell them that we've spoken. Tell them that we've spoken already 3 hours uninterruptedly, you know.
Yeah, we can, for example, now we can try to communicate in our own languages, you know. That is impossible to understand. For example, for me, maybe Ina a little bit, because I know a little bit Russian. Yeah. So that's all. But I can't
That's all. Don't speak
Spanish
Polish and Ukrainian. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't speak Portuguese and I don't speak Arabic. So guys, the only opportunity to communicate to you is using English language.
Because English is our target language. What do you think about this thought, Joanna, from Colombia? I love to say it about the country they live, okay?
No, that's okay for me. I love my country as well.
Me too. My country is a big one.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's so big.
We
I would
all
say,
love our countries, I think.
Of course.
yeah, yeah, good memories. So yeah, it's so important.
Mhm.
So I would say like, yeah, I prefer. I'm. Let me, if I understand what you said. For example, for me, it's like I speak Spanish. So your question is like if I prefer speak English with a person who speaks Spanish
English with
or
them.
English with them. Yeah, exactly. No, for me, it's so weird. I cannot do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something like we have to make a research because I think that our brain doesn't work well when you
Yeah.
try to speak
Yeah.
English with someone who speaks your same language. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I cannot.
Yeah, it's
I
really
cannot.
weird, but why not?
Why not?
No, not
I
against
would.
Ina, not against it. This is a tool, to force your brain to work.
Yeah,
But
I
Only
I
this.
would say also, you know why maybe? It's because as you know, for example, in Spanish, I don't know, we have some words, like if I try to translate in English, it's not gonna work. And maybe I will feel like I'm missing something in the message. Yeah. So I don't know, I would say one word, I don't know. I'm just thinking one word, like maybe doesn't have a translate in English. So if I want to express myself correctly, or if I want the other person receive the message that I want to give, I would feel more comfortable in Spanish because I will be 100% sure that the other person is going to receive what I want to say. For example, that happened to me in English. If I want to say something, I try to explain myself more. Yeah, maybe in Spanish, I just need to say one phrase and that's enough. I'm 100% that the other person understands me. But maybe in English, I need to give more words and I need to go to the point a little bit more around to be more clear. Maybe is that why I prefer to speak Spanish, because it's maybe quickly and easy for me. I don't know.
Joanna, I have a question for you. Are you absolutely sure when even speaking your mother tongue, Spanish, the other person understand you correctly and always, but I'm not sure. For example, when I'm talking to my boyfriend, he sometimes doesn't understand me at all. So we communicate in the same language.
Anita, but you know
Try to speak in English. Try to speak in English with them.
It's not because of you. It's not because of you. It's because the other person is not listening properly.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that when we have our boyfriend.
But it happened to you as well, yeah, probably.
Oh
to
my
everyone.
goodness.
But the relationship,
but for me,
in the relationship is so difficult to communicate. So sometimes I think that it's easy in English.
But for me, guys, happened to my wife, okay? Sometimes, I don't know, so many times I talk to her in Portuguese. Oh, I'm talking to you in Portuguese, not English,
and
okay?
She doesn't get, yeah?
And sometimes I speak with her in English, she pay attention more, okay? I will try to speak in English with her,
And guys, one more thing is, for example, when I try to communicate in English, I have to simplify things, to
like
be
me.
understood.
Exactly.
That sometimes I can tell, more, for example, in like a taboo topic, but I have no borders. I just,
Of course, yeah. If you forget the words.
Be understood, but in my mother tongue, it's
you're
not like that. I'm circulating, sometimes. That's a point, directly to the point in English.
You're right. That's right. That's right.
I want to share with you guys what my experience. I had an exam, writing exam, and I didn't pass this exam. I was so upset of that. And after my exam, I had a little conversation with my teacher. She's a British, but she learns now French and Spanish, and she knows very well how hard is going on about all these stuffs, writing, reading, listening, and these things. And what was I was wondering, and I was underrate myself, yeah, because I didn't pass my exam, and it was my reason. But she gave me one good tip, and after our conversation, I thought about it, and this is the it's not about what people think about you. It's about only your feelings, and when you try to go and don't give up. This is the reason to improve yourself. And she said me, carry on. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you've done. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is that I approach this level, and when I approach this level, I have to ask myself, what is my feeling in this stage? Yeah. And if I have some uncomfortables, of course I have to improve myself. But the most important thing is that all people who learns English and other languages are successful because they don't give up, and they try other ways. And I'm very proud of you guys, and I appreciate these unique opportunities to speak and to express myself, because all the time I knew something new for me and for you. That is the point for me.
Ina, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Anita, just a moment. Anita, okay. I got a beautiful surprise for you guys. A native speakers from the UK, okay?
Yes.
Oh. Letty,
welcome,
I know you.
Letty.
Anita.
Kind of like.
Hi, everyone. Sorry.
Kind of like for you, because in here, everybody loves speaks English, no matter if the ex is from UK, Australia, or American one, okay?
How lovely.
That's a beautiful surprise. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm a little nervous because I haven't done Zoom for a couple of months. I know Anita from Chatbox. I used to join every Saturday to do a meeting there. But with life the way it is, my things have been up and down. And today I thought I would go out of my comfort zone and join you. I have watched a couple of videos just lately, and I'm just having a coffee, and I thought answer my emails, and this is why. So I don't know what you're talking about today, so I will be quiet now. My name is Letty. I'm from near Liverpool originally, but I have lived in Spain for nearly 33 years. So I'm more Spanish now than I am English sometimes. I speak Spanglish. So I will be quiet now, and I will try and join in when it's my turn.
Okay, Anita will put you aware about this topic from today, and we have a native speaker in Spanish in here, Joanna from Colombia, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Anita, please.
Yeah, we are talking today about how to be understandable, but not to overdo, like, to want to become and sound like a native speaker. I mean, especially with English accent, because we realize that we never achieve this point. So, but it's not so important to sound like a native speaker, because the goal is, the comprehension just. And we are talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
My personal view is in the last year, because of the pandemic, I have listened to more podcasts, more Zoom meetings than I would normally do. And I think the new tendency is not to be native speaker in the way that you sound, and to be yourself. I've watched that on so many places. I know I'm a native speaker, as you call it. The first time I heard this expression, I thought, what does that mean, a native speaker? That was 32 years ago. But I think you should be yourself. You should just speak clearly, maybe slowly sometimes, depending how thick your accent is, to help the other person. But keep your personality. And I think that makes it even richer to have a conversation with people.
You're right,
Yeah,
totally.
great tip, And also, I think that when you sound not like a native speaker, it also means that you know at least 2 languages, That's a profit. That's the thing you have to be proud of. Yeah, not to worry. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, Letty, I just responded to a guy in the group about this topic that you are aboard right now. Be yourself. Don't try to be perfect, because nobody's perfect.
I think the beauty of these Zoom meetings, for at least, is to mix with so many different people. I have been enriched by my meetings on Chatbox with people like Anita. We've had a really lovely time in the past. And we all need this warmth that we receive through the camera to carry on with our daily life. I'm speaking for myself, maybe, I don't know. But I joined Chatbox, even though I am a native speaker, because I needed that warmth, the human hug, because I was in lockdown and by myself. And they cheered me up many a day when I felt bad. So I think we should all be ourselves. Just speak maybe a little slower, because also technology doesn't help when you are listening, because if you know on the telephone, it can be hard to understand someone even in your own country because of technology and the echo or the feedback. So I'm not saying change yourself, just take into account technology and maybe speak that little bit slower to help the listener.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have a question.
Your eyes are like that.
Ina from Bulgaria, okay, living abroad.
Yeah. I'm Ina.
She's living abroad,
nice
Letty.
to meet you. Nice to meet you. My question is, because you mentioned about your living, that you live in Spain, yeah?
Yeah, well, technically, I have something else. I live next to Morocco. I live in a Spanish enclave, which is in the north of Africa. I didn't want to get too technical when we first met, but it's called Ceuta. It's very small. You can walk everywhere. And we have a border with Morocco. But we speak Spanish as our first language. And we have 50% Muslim or Moroccans living with us here. So continue with your question.
Yeah. My question is, how do you feel as a foreigner in this country?
I've had lots of experiences from my early days when I was a young person. some very funny experiences, I think. I used to live in the north of Spain, and no foreigners were there except for my friend and myself. You can imagine then I didn't have white hair. I had blonde hair. I had blonde hair, blue eyes, tall. They were all small. So
totally different.
Oh yes, we stood out, and every time we walked into a cafe, a bar, or anywhere, I'm not joking now, everyone turned around and looked at us. And
Oh my God.
We got so obsessed with that one day, many months later, we got dressed up. And we put, you know, the headbands with like the antennas on. And I was in fluorescent yellow, she was in fluorescent pink. I'm saying when I was younger, 20, you know, you do some stupid things. And we exchanged clothes, and we went out to make sure they looked at us for a reason. And one man in the car, he turned around and he needed so, I have felt some things, but I've tried not to think about it. For example, when I came to this small place where I am now, everyone used to say to me, "Are you German?" And I would go, "No." And I wouldn't answer anymore because I knew they were like trying to get more information me. So it was like 20 questions, no? So everybody knew who I was, but I didn't know who anybody else was. So I've only had one bad experience. I don't know if you remember many years ago, there was a war between Argentina and Great Britain called the Malvinas. I don't know how you say it in another language. And I was in a bar and two Argentinian men started to be aggressive towards me. At the beginning of that. And that is the only time I've had a bad experience in 33 years. No? So I don't know if that answers your question.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
Impressed, Dina?
Sorry?
Impressed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because let me tell you something quite important, Letta. We were like eager to talk to someone from UK or American, no matter, because we love native speakers speaking. We learn it with you guys every day.
All right. And my question is then, which is the easiest, American or British?
I studied 3, Australian, UK, and American.
Oh.
I love you all. All accents for me.
Guys, I think that the British accent, especially from some parts of Britain, are very tough, you know, and different, you know, because they like swollen, you know, some part of the end of the word, and that's for me, it's a challenge, you know, but I'm trying to imitate English pronunciation, so I don't know if I'm succeed or not, but I'm trying because I think each of us should maybe choose one direction, you know, and not to be, you know, like surrounding with all the accent, English accent, you know, but choose one and try to imitate. So I choose British, but I realized that there are plenty of, you know, even in Britain, there are plenty different accents, and that's and I think it's really difficult.
I don't understand either. If you go to Scotland or to Ireland, I don't understand them. They are so thick. Not if you go to a village or a small town. I think if you said you're trying to imitate someone, you'd be trying to do standard English, what it's called, not like textbook English.
Yeah,
you're right.
And I don't think it's a problem because when I've corrected people in the past, I've always given margin of error. And if it's in this area in the middle, I give it as correct. So it doesn't have to be spot on or exactly. So as long as it's clear and someone can understand you, I give it as okay. If you are outside that limit, then I would correct you, because if they can't understand anything that you're saying. So it doesn't have to be spot on or exact, unless you want to aim for that in the future. But just to have a conversation and be with people, I think there is an area where you can say it's acceptable.
Yeah.
That's right. And Letty, what do you think about Anita's English? For me, she's perfect.
I can't say anything because she is already a chat box friend. So it's like saying, how can you talk about your friend when she is there? I don't know if the right word is judge people. I don't think about people. I'm just there for the conversation. And you can see that 10 points for everybody who takes part, because you have to come out to your comfort zone. You have to get on with it and do it, because how many people are in chat box? I can't say in the other one, what's it called, Kangaroo English, but in chat box there are thousands, but only 20 people more or less take part every Saturday or for another meeting. So the other 1,000 or hundreds of people, they haven't got confidence. I have problems with Zoom meetings for different reasons, not because sometimes I forget the words. This is why I like to have an adult conversation, because I teach children and not adults. So
I got you. We are more active in Kangaroo English, Anita, Ina, Mohamed, and me, and of course this new lady from Colombia. And for how long you are in Kangaroo English, Letty? You are new in there.
Yeah, I want to listen to what Christian has to say about his new idea of his new generation of teaching English, which will come in the next year. Because most of the things he said, I have been thinking for the last 30 years, more or less, the same things. But with the system and the mechanism, we are not allowed to do those things. We are controlled by the multinational examinating boards, or we're controlled by parents. I'm talking about from the teachers' profession. So I have a very similar idea to Christian. 30 years ago, I started my academy called Talking English. I put that name on it. And that was my idea from the word go. Because here it was 100% grammar orientated and exam orientated. I'm not going to go into more details, but that's, and then I started trying to convince parents it would be a beautiful journey for people to learn how to speak, because they used to spend from 8 years old to 18 studying at school a language, and they couldn't say anything at the end of it, which was so sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah. But it's right. Yeah.
So I am new to Kangaroo English because I'm trying to watch the videos when Christian produces them or releases them, and then sometimes when I am relaxing, I watch something like yours, Tony, just for a short time to see what people are saying. I find it a good way to relax, to watch other people's conversations and that.
Yeah, I agree. And you can back more times. We are about to play riddles to chat box. Wanna join us? Wanna join? I love riddles.
I'm not very good. I saw one of yours the other day of riddles, and I thought, my God.
Yeah. Well, we crack a lot playing riddles. You are more than invited, okay?
I just thought, some people have the skill of understanding.
Ina. You get caught in a trap, okay? You get caught in a trap. That's all right. You okay?
But it is very funny way to
improve, to laugh, to chill, you know.
Thinking, funny, laughing.
The other day when she was talking about, what was it? to shoot a rabbit, 2 rabbits.
Yeah. One stone, 2 rabbits.
One shot, 2 rabbits.
One shot, 2 rabbits.
I loved this.
I remember that because in each country it's different. This is what I love about languages. To compare different things that we have in each language, our concept or our ideas. I think it's so beautiful, no? To understand different things and to laugh about it as well.
Yes, of course.
And pink glasses too. How Christian said about pink glasses, red glasses. He told
rose stone glasses.
Rose stone glasses. Yeah, it's quite different from yours.
Yeah. We said we wearing pink glasses. That means I'm positive. I avoid all negative things.
I focus
only on positive. Yeah.
Nice one. Okay. Wanna reconnect again, guys? We have topics. Letty's in here. Do you have more time, Letty, for more?
Yes, I'm here. I'm fine. I don't go to work today.
Okay.
I'm unemployed today.
You are more than welcome. In 5 minutes, we reconnect, okay? 5 minutes. Same link, guys.
Thank
okay?
You.
Okay.
Yeah,
See you in 5 minutes.